What's up, YouTube? It's me, Uber out here, and guess what? We're on Showdown again. That's right, another Pokemon Showdown video. I'm doing this video because I am trying to test the new settings on my mic. I just changed the screen a little bit, as you can see. Trying to make sure that there's no black bars when it comes up on YouTube. And also, like I said, I'm just trying to get a test on this because I will be recompensating the random, the random, the random generated Pokemon battle thing that I did do. It's been a week since I did put that update video up. Well, actually, probably a week and probably a couple of days, but I will be trying to get that up as soon as possible. It just takes a long time to render, and so that means I need 2 hours of some type of time for my computer to just sit there for about 2 hours. But besides that, that's not the point. We're here on Pokemon Showdown on the RU tier. That's right, RU. I haven't done a video on this one yet either, so I'm gonna get a video of this, and then after that, I'm gonna try to get the UU one. Hopefully, even use Uberdow in UU. That's right, I'm gonna bring in Feraligatr, Sheer Force Feraligatr. Gonna try to see do some work with UU for that. But here, right here, this is a team that I already tried to attempt to do videos with, but the quality and the audio and other stuff wasn't the best, so I didn't put it up. But we're just gonna see what we can do today with this team again. So I'm also doing this video a little differently too, as in the music is playing in the background behind me now. I'm not adding it after, so everything is officially live-ish right now. I mean, usually the music I have to put in after, so if I have to pause, but that means if I pause, that the music is gonna be messing up. So I'm not gonna pause. And we have a interesting team here. Seeing Hitmonchan. Don't see that much anymore. I don't really offer Stinger because it might be a lead Delphox, and I am running a Assault Vest Jolteon. Love this thing, and let's see. I don't know who I want to lead with. This is not Scarf. That's my Defogger actually. I don't want to lead off with my Bandit Embor because I might lead off with Delphox. But I can't wait to get Embor in. So I think my safest lead is my Jolteon because I am Assault Vest. So I can definitely eat up anything and just click Volt Switch right away. So even if he does switch in Jolteon, nothing happens basically because we'll both be at max HP. So I'm gonna get Jolteon in on Hitmonchan. Not a favorable matchup, so I'm just gonna have to Volt Switch. You know, Hitmonchan getting that nice but natural special defense. It might even be a Assault Vest. You know, using the natural special defense that Hitmonchan has with the very good attack power with Iron Fist, it might be a Assault Vest variant. So, seeing that, but it looks like Jolteon could put in some work, especially since my Assault Vest Jolteon really is good against Delphox if it's not Specs or Scarf if it's Scarfed. Tangro's gonna look a little tricky to get around-ish, but I do have 3 Pokemon that really hit that thing super effective. But it is a very bulky Pokemon, so it can definitely switch in on some of my team. So I get a full switch off here, and I kind of want to risk. Do I want to risk my Stinger early? This team is really offensive. Like, there's no one on my team that's really that bulky. So I think, well, this is not doing that much in this battle. I mean, Sucker Punch will be good for this, but if I just keep pressure up on him and keep Jolteon at full, I should be able to deal with the Delphox pretty well. So I think I can just go into my Druddigon here and possibly take the potential Drain Punch. Yep, called it. And my best play is to click Dragon Claw. He might Ice Punch me though, which will probably knock me out. And I'm not carrying Rough Skin on this set, so it's not defensive set at Wise. See. Druddigon's scared. Oh, he actually switched into Tangrowth. Okay. So I get a free Dragon Claw off there. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna set up my rocks. The reason I want to set up rocks is because if I just play around Hitmonchan, forcing it to Rapid Spin, I can get some free switch-ins I need. Potentially the Braviary. So he does go for Leech Seed. I'm just going to put my Stealth Rocks up. And I think this is the moment where I go into... I want to go Embor. But he might knock me off. I think it's safer to go Glalie. I am packing the Freeze Dry, and I think a Freeze Dry from this Glalie should be able to knock it out, but I don't know. Yeah. No, we're not gonna calc. We're not gonna calc. we're just gonna go off the bat. Actually, return would do more. Return would do more. Alright, so he hits me hard with that Giga Drain. Was not expecting that much damage. So I should be able to Mega Evolve and click return. This should do a lot. I mean, this is not my win condition, so I can definitely risk it right now because he has a lot of things that really eat up hits from Mega Glalie, Slowking, Drapion, Delphox takes a little bit of damage, but it outspeeds me. Jolteon outspeeds me, and Hitmonchan just threats me out each time. So return is my best play to just click it. He misses the leash state. That's great. If he wants to save his Tangrowth for later, he'll have to switch it out and potentially go into Delphox. So I think I'm going to make that prediction of him switching and go straight for the Earthquake. Because I don't think he wants to lose his Tangrowth here. If he doesn't switch, that sucks. But I don't think he wants to lose Tangrowth, as Tangrowth potentially switching on Jolteon, switching on Rotom. But then again, he does have Jolteon for that. Actually, no, okay, he actually does go Drapion, and that gives me Earthquake damage. Nice, 58%. That's not much. It's not much. It's not much at all. But this does prevent Delphox from switching it at all. Tangrowth could come back in if he wants to bring it back in, but don't think Regenerator, and I think Delphox will probably put in range of one more return. But we have to see here. We'll have to see. So he's taking a while. I mean, look at Drapion. It's just frozen. Alright, so I get to knock out Drapion. That's sweet. And I just had to check the screen, make sure it wasn't lagging. Looks looking fine. Looking fine so far. Alright. Everything is going good. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, so he's gonna bring Delphox in here. Like I said, I don't need Glalie 100% to win this game. So I think my best play is to just click Earthquake. The reason I click Earthquake over Ice Shard because I really don't like using priority moves that just don't do anything for me. And just in case he predicts the switch or predicts me to do something else, I get a free Earthquake off. But he doesn't. He goes straight for the Flamethrower. That still does not tell me if he is... Oh, he's actually leftovers. Okay. Means he could freely switch up moves. But that means Braviary could take a hit. But I think it's easy to go into my Jolteon here because I am packing the Shadow Ball. And I am an Assault Vest variant. This might make him think that I'm Specs. But I just want Stealth Rocks for this Delphox. That's it. If I can knock out Delphox cleanly, then I have no problem here. Because then Emboar could come in for free and just start spamming Flare Blitz. I think a 2-hit kills Slowking as long as it's not running that much defensive bulk. And I think I do carry Wild Charge on my Emboar. Do I? No, I don't carry Wild Charge. Okay. So we're gonna see what Delph. I guess he's thinking I might be Specs. And he's probably calculating how much will Hitmonchan take from 2. As I am not a Specs variant, but I am an Assault Vest Jolteon. And you see there, Assault Vest Jolteon just eats that up. Eats that Psychic up. That Psychic would normally do what, like 80% to a normal Jolteon. But this Assault Vest Jolteon is just gonna eat it up. I mean, if I was Specs though, I would probably just knocked it out right there too. But I really like Assault Vest Jolteon. It just switches in kind of well. So he's gonna bring in the Hitmonchan, and I'm just gonna get Shadow Ball damage off. That does nothing, so that makes me believe that that thing is indeed out a Assault Vest variant. So what I want to do here is I think he's gonna go straight for the Rapid Spin just to kind of get these rocks out of the way. So I'm gonna go into my Braviary. Like I said, if I can keep some HP alive on some of my teammates, I shoot a Delphox if he Rapid Spins my rocks away. And I still do have my Jordan with Sucker Punch. As he goes straight for Drain Punch, that's actually not the play I was suspecting at all. And if he's running max speed, he definitely outspeeds me here and will knock me out. So let's see what happens. He might be running a lot max HP though, instead of max speed. And he doesn't really have a switch in for Brave Bird. I actually don't remember why I named this thing from a people's. I have made this team so long ago. I actually don't remember what I did here. So I don't think he's running max speed. I'm able to knock out his potential rabbit spinner. So these rocks are here to stay. And basically I have no need for my Bavaria anymore. So since looking at his team, he doesn't have any stealth rockers, spikers. I mean, it looks like Drapion probably was his toxic spikes and his team was relying on toxic spikes. But I mean, I was able to get rid of that thing early in the game, so I should be able to just sack my Bavaria here. He can definitely just click whatever hidden power he's running, because I'm pretty sure that knocks me out. But just in case he doesn't, or if he just doesn't knock me out with that hidden power, even though I think he might be a Specs variant, I can just click Roost and get a little bit of health off. And he just goes straight for Thunderbolt just to knock me out. He is a Life Orb variant. That is pretty interesting. And like I said, I want to keep Embor's health a little bit high, but it does force in Delphox, and Jolteon is the last switching I have for the Delphox just to get damage off. Rough Claw threatens things with a Sucker Punch. So yeah, I'm gonna go into my Rough Claw. Not to take a Thunderbolt at all, because he's Life Orb, so he might be going for Volt Switch soon. Predicting, I mean, just to get a switch into Tangrowth possibly. So I'm just gonna click Sucker Punch because I am carrying Sucker Punch on this Jolteon. If he switches, that's fine. I think that will give me the free switch into Emboar that I need, or actually potentially even my Rotom, and I can just click Trick. Just give me something, a Scarf in that team. As he actually stays in, I think he's going for Volt Switch here. Oh, he actually goes for Thunderbolt, which doesn't knock me out. He does paralyze me though. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna click Iron Head. Actually, no, Dragon Claw. So in case he decides to like save Jolteon as Death Fodder, predicting my Sucker Punch, or because either way, if you know Jolteon basically is gone. But if he switches it out and I break through this paralysis, I can actually get a Dragon Claw off on something he switches in. So he is going to just sack Jolteon. That was his best possible play, most definitely. And right here, I think I'm safe to go. I think I'm safe to go Emboar. And if he does, I mean, the only worst case scenario will be he brings in Slowking, and I have to pull the switch back into my Rotom, who will have to click Volt Switch, and it won't do much at all. So I'm gonna go my Emboar in. He's gonna bring in Tangrowth. That is great. That is exactly who I wanted to see. I had a feeling that was gonna come in, and I can just click Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz just gonna hit. It just 2-hit KOs. I believe it 2-hit KOs Slowking. You know, Choice Banded, Reckless, Boosted Flare Blitz should be able to. If it doesn't, then I'm overestimating this thing. But you know, it might do a lot. So let's see. He's gonna Protect. I'm just going straight for Flare Blitz. I have no reason to not click this Flare Blitz because it damages Slowking a lot. It kills, I'm pretty sure it kills Tangrowth. And Delphox can't even switch in anymore. I'm actually surprised he's not even sacking his Delphox, as Delphox doesn't outspeed Jolteon. He saw that I eat up hits. He might be trying to just get that Delphox into a blaze. But yeah, so he's going to go Slowking here. And let's see how much this Flare Blitz does. That does a ton, 58%. That is a lot of damage. This Slowking cannot take another Flare Blitz, so either Slowking dies here or he has to sack a Pokemon. Delphox looked like the best Pokemon he probably should sack. That was not the best switching for him at all. He should not have did that. You know, he doesn't know what item I was running. And now he actually goes into Tangrowth, thinking Tangrowth can take this, but it doesn't. It goes down to the Flare Blitz, so he's just gonna sack Tangrowth. So get the thing out of here. Emboar just putting in more work. And now, let's see. What's he going to do here? He's going to bring Slowking back in. My Flare Blitz to Slowking did about 58%. And if I keep Jolteon alive, I win this game, I believe. Also with Stinger too. I could potentially even switch my Stinger out, because I do carry Sucker Punch on this Emboar, which will beat Delphox. And Wild Charge should knock out Slowking later. So I think I'm going to go into my Stinger. It had to come out all game, and I don't think it would do much anyway, as all it would do was spam Volt Switches, which I don't think I need to do. But let's see. I'm just going to Volt Switch off with Rotom though. It's probably my best play. and get that switch into Jolteon. We already saw that his Delphox is a leftovers variant. It is not Scarfed, it is not Specs, it is none of that above, as he goes straight for Side Shock. So I'm happy I didn't stay in. And what I can do here is go straight for... Actually, I could go straight for Dark Pulse, because I do carry Dark Pulse on the set. Or I could trick this thing. By tricking it, if I... let's see. I'm going to trick it. Because even if he decides to bring Delphox in for some weird reason, it has to get locked into one move. And if it gets locked in one move that I can work with, like Fire, Flamethrower, or Psychic, I can potentially still beat this thing. So this is going to prevent Slowking from going for any slack offs. He's going to go for Ice Beam, locking himself into the Ice Beam there. And what I'm going to do here is just click Leaf Storm. I'm just going to get as much damage off here and potentially win this game. Because I believe for now I can just go into Emboar and just click Sucker Punch. So I'm going to click Leaf Storm, and it actually just knocks out Slowking, so that's even better. I didn't expect it to knock it out either, but I can't underestimate the power of these Pokemon and keep underestimating these walls. But Stinker's gonna take out Slowking, and Delphox is forced to come in. It's gonna take Stealth Rocks, put it in Blaze, so it's definitely a threat. But since it is a leftovers variant, Jolteon easily revenge kills it, and Emboar just clicks a Sucker Punch to knock it out. I mean, he might just be a weird Flame Charge variant. If he has weird Flame Charge, then he can still win this battle. Because Flame Charge Delphox will start outspeeding me. As he goes for Calm Mind at 2% health, and he just goes down to the Dark Pulse. So that is a definite GG. And I'm going to see if we can get another battle off with this team. Like I said, Straight Band to Emboar. Really liking it. Reckless, I don't think I have that much speed investment in this thing, but I mostly bulk to switch in on attacks and just have more HP from my Reckless ability. Alright, we have an interesting team here. It's kind of an NU-ish team, but he has running Jolteon, so he knows he's in the right tier. But all these Pokemon are still very good, and are you? Let's see. I don't want to lead off with my Emboar. That might be Scarf Typhlosion, which is definitely a threat to my team. So I think my best lead might be my Rough Claw, because I can probably take an Eruption. I don't know how much Eruption does to me, and I can probably just try to get Rocks up as fast as possible, because he does not have a Rapid Spinner or Defogger. He's actually looking like it to be a hyper offensive team with Bronzong dual screen support, and Toxic Spice on Drapion maybe to just wither down walls a little bit. Stealth Rock definitely on Bronzong too, and I am carrying Defog on my Braviary, so if I set up my rocks, I will end up destroying my own rocks. So let's see, I'm just gonna go straight for rocks. Like I said, I just want to get rocks up, weakening Typhlosion, preventing it from getting a late game Eruption sweep, even though it can still sweep a little bit with Fire Blast. But if I just weaken it out of its Eruption range, putting it in a neutral Fire Blast range, Jolteon should be able to take a Fire Blast and be able to knock it out. As he goes for Ice Punch, that's gonna hit hard, but not hard enough, and I'm gonna give my rocks up. I don't know if he's Scarfed or Banded, actually. I think I might actually risk it. I think I'm gonna risk it. I think I have to make a risky play. I mean, Emboar does look like one of my win conditions for this game. Actually, no, I don't need to go Emboar because I don't know if this is a Flash Fire Typhlosion. Well, actually, no, I can risk it. Because even if it is Flash Fire Typhlosion, that's forcing Stealth Rock's damage onto him, and that lets me get a free switch back into Druddigon, who can then just click Sucker Punch from there. So I'm gonna go into Emboar, take an Ice Punch, hoping that he's not like a band, like he's not, like I'm hoping he is Scarfed or banned. You know, I hope he's just choiced, because this will give me the moment to launch a free Flare Blitz. Getting Emboar in for Flare Blitz is just something that this team that I have really loves, because Emboar getting in with just launching Flare Blitz or even Wild Charge is just great, as he actually is not banded, so that sucks. So I am going to lose Emboar there, so Emboar not able to do too much. I mean, it did knock out Primate, but now this gives his Bronzong free opportunity to just start setting up. So since his Bronzong can actually start setting up light screens and reflects and all that, I'm going to go to my Rotom-Mow here instead and trick this thing, because I am predicting Bronzong to come in. the fact, and he actually doesn't bring in Bronzong. He actually brings in Persian instead. And I want to save my Scarf for Bronzong. I can take a fake out. I'm okay with taking fake out damage, but I want to potentially force this Bronzong to grab a Scarf, as that fake out did way too much. That was a crit. That did way too much. So I have to vote switch out of here. I don't want to stay in. I mean, I could Leaf Storm, but I don't want his Drapion or Typhlosion getting a free switch in on my Stinger. If he brings in Jolteon, that's fine. I can probably pull the switch in into my own Jolteon, or even my Druddigon, and sack that, which will give me the switching into my Glalie, who can still put in work, but I have to play right, especially since I need to force a Scarf onto this Bronzong in order to beat it. If I can't force a Scarf onto the Bronzong, I might potentially lose this battle, because this Bronzong basically walls my entire team. I have nothing for this thing, actually. I mean, luckily Bronzong doesn't have any recovery, so if I can just keep hitting it and weakening it, that would work. But the Pokemon I have on my team don't really hit it that hard. So I'm gonna get a free Volt Switch off here, and I'm gonna sack my Rough Claw to this Persian. Probably a potential U-turn, maybe a Swift, Last Resort, Double Edge, whatever these things carry. They just carry the most strangest sets to destroy your team. So I'm gonna probably lose my Druddigon. Nope, I'm actually gonna live. He's gonna take more life order damage, and I don't think he switches in on Stuff Rocks one more time. He might not. I think Stuff Rocks take 8%, 10%, something like that. He's at 8% health. If it takes 8%, he's, well, it's showdown, so he might live a weird 1%, but it means he gets off one more fake out and then he's gone. So let's see. He's gonna go into his Druddigon here, which means it might definitely be a Impish Nature variant. Running speed investment, of course, probably, but it looks like it's a very bulky variant, so that's definitely a threat to my team as well. He's just going straight for knockoff. Just knocks off my Life Orb, and that just takes out my Druddigon. And I think my best play is to go into my Glalie, and I'm going to have to fire off 2 Earthquakes here to potentially, losing Emboar that early was not the best play. Actually, you am wondering now what his Primate's item was. But I'm actually happy I didn't switch Glalie in, because I would have actually lost Glalie. But then again, probably losing Glalie went better than losing Emboar this early in the game, and I sound terrible now. But yeah, had to take that risk earlier. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to take the risk. So let's see. I am going to get an Earthquake off here. It's not going to do enough. It's only going to do a little bit. That's not the damage I want to see. And I think what I'm going to do here is click return, because it's still 2-hit kills him no matter what. But if he decides to switch in Bronzong, that reveals that it is a Levitate variant. I can get some type of damage off on it, and just weakening this thing to as much as I can will potentially help me out. And that does a lot, and it still has leftovers, so I have to definitely get this Scarf onto this thing. So my only play is to go into my Rotom and potentially trick this thing, but that might be a little bit too obvious. I might have to go for Dart Post actually to weaken it instead of going for the trick, just to in case he brings in Jolteon, just to get some free Dart Post damage off. As he goes for Hypnosis, very scary right there. I think he's actually going to try to go for it again, so I'm actually going to go for Trick. He might actually go for it again, maybe try to get some rocks up. Maybe, so he's looking like he might not be a dual screen variant. Maybe he is. It's really interesting. Hypnosis, Beldum, Bronzong. Let's see. It's taking a while. So he stays in. That's great. I finally get to trick this thing, forcing something on it. He's going to go for Stealth Rocks. He's locked into that now, which is awesome, because now I can I could potentially click Leaf Storm, just a major massive amount of damage off on something, hoping it might be Jolteon, because I just want to weaken Jolteon too for my own Jolteon to deal with it, or even put it in Ice Shard range of my Glalie. And basically it's looking like I really need to keep something on my team alive, because he still has that Typhlosion in the back that still wreaks havoc to my entire team. With Eruption, it just scares my entire team. But if I can weaken it a little bit and get Bavarian on it and just click Brave Bird, I should be able to beat his Typhlosion. or just keep Jolteon at max HP. So he's gonna bring in his Drapion here. This thing's definitely a threat. I actually want to pull the switch into Glalie, but I don't. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna click Volt Switch. Reason I'm doing that is I want to get a little bit of damage off, see how much speed this thing is running. If it's not running max speed, then maybe when I have Bavarian on Drapion, I might be able to pull off a Roost whenever I bring Bavarian. So I'm gonna bring him a Glalie here. It's the easiest play I need to do. And let's see. You know, with Bronzong still in the back, I mean, it is Scarfed, but it still is a threatening wall to have to predict to come in. And I have to take a little bit more rocks damage here, which means my Glalie is going to be dying soon. So I think I have to go for Earthquake here. There's no reason for me to not go for Earthquake. I mean, even if he brings in Bronzong, I have to even just click Return, because this Glalie does not switch in one more time. This Glalie actually dies. But I can actually use it as like a Death Fodder. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to Earthquake. And I don't know if he's running an attack on this thing or not. Probably like Gyro Ball. But if he is running an attack, that will give me the free switching into my forgot its name already. So I'm going to get some free return damage off. That does 30%. I actually did a lot. And he is going to Gyro Ball, so that is going to give me the switch in to my Rotom, who can actually start clicking Volt Switch or Dark Pulse. I think I'm better off clicking Dark Pulse. Since he did show that his Drapion is not running that much speed investment. I'm surprised that he hasn't sacked his Persian yet to all these attacks. Jeez, if I did go for a return, it would actually put this Liberty Bell in an even lower range. So I'm just gonna click Dark Pulse. Like I said, this Typhlosion is still a threat as it's just sitting there in the back. It has not come in at all, which is really what's worrying me. Like, I think he's really he's really using his team to weaken my team, and by weakening my team, I really have nothing left that wants to even take hits from it. So let's see. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna Volt Switch. No. Let me see. Wait. I want a Dark Pulse, but I mean, I'm pretty sure Marbury does outspeed, but he just brings the Typhlosion on anything I switch in. So I think my best play is to just Dark Pulse. There's no reason for me to Volt Switch yet. If he brings in Drapion, I'll have to Volt Switch. And that means I have to bring in one Pokemon who will potentially be destroyed. Or I can click Leaf Storm, which means I won't take any, no one else on my team will take any extra damage. And I still get a major amount of Leaf Storm damage off, even a little bit, just any type of damage, just to put this thing in range of a Thunderbolt. And it's looking like Jolteon might be my win condition, as Jolteon might be the only Pokemon who can probably deal with Typhlosion, as he actually brings Typhlosion in. Interesting. I'm gonna click Dark Pulse. And I actually do need to calc here because I want to compare something real quick. I actually want to compare how much my Typhlosion's, I mean not my Typhlosion, my Jolteon's HP Water will do to this Typhlosion compared to his Thunderbolt. So let's go. Jolteon, are you all out attacker versus Typhlosion? Where is it? Go and use Choice Scarf. Assault Vest. I still eat up an Assault Vest. Does a lot. It does about 57 to 65%. That takes half my health. HP Water does not do more than Thunderbolt. So when I get it in, I definitely, and he actually was carrying Lava Plume. Interesting. But now I have my Jolteon in now, and he was carrying leftovers. So 2 Thunderbolts should put this thing in a low range. And then now I'm really wondering, does Persian go down to the rocks or not? Because he's actually carrying leftovers on his Typhlosion. Which now makes it an annoying threat because it can switch up moves, and if I do the wrong attack, it will put it in that range. So I don't need to go down to Blaze. I have to go to the calculator again just to look at not Signal Beam, Shadow Ball, because my Shadow Ball does 30 to 35%. But the other thing I want to do is give it 1 HP, and a Fire Blast will do 61 to 62. Oh, so I can live it. I can still live one. So I'm just gonna go for T-Bolt. It's my best play, as I just looked at it and I can still live a Fire Blast or a Lava Plume, whatever he's about to go for. Well, since Fire Blast is the strongest move that can actually calc, I can live one of those, as he still goes for Lava Plume. He doesn't get the burn, so I'm able to just click Thunderbolt again, hoping to knock this thing out. And now it goes down to one more calc. One more calc. Let's give it a special defensive. 34 to 40%, and it's going to be a little bit lower after Stealth Rocks. Jolteon looks like to be the win condition here. I think Jolteon just puts in work, and he forfeits the match. So then you have to look at all those extra calcs, and that's 2 battles in. Oops. Oh, I don't want to forfeit. Oh, he brought Drapion in. I don't know why this is here. I mean, he said he forfeit. Okay, there we go. Now I won the battle. Okay. So we're 2 battles in at 1190, and that's 31 minutes. This is just a short video I was trying to do to test the mic volume before I get to commentating on the other battle, the random battle. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, usually comment, especially on this mic stuff, because I have to keep changing stuff around. I'm trying to get the perfect settings. I actually had to turn a setting on that I don't like because it adds static, which is why I have music in the background right now. So I mean, when I get to the commentating thing, I'm gonna have to see if you can hear the static over commentations that I have to put over on other videos. But that's stuff I have to worry about. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya. See ya.